Hello guys, welcome back to Haymanager with me Alex, and today just a quick Hey News just before I record the 100 subscriber special tonight, which hopefully will come out later this week. But today I just thought I'd go over the Harry Kane situation. The Tottenham striker does not show up to pre-season training amid Man City transfer interest. It's an interesting one here. We obviously know that Tottenham rejected a £100 million bid for the England captain at the end of June, but now we're seeing the maybe the after effects of what is being mentioned to be a gentleman's agreement to be allowed to leave this year. We've seen it at Dortmund. Sancho, they rejected a deal last year, obviously, from Manchester United, 127 million euros or something around that figure, I think it was. And then obviously a year later, his contract's run out, a year's gone by. You're looking at, he wants to move then. They gave him a figure. If Manchester United reached that figure, it would be an official deal. And he has left for Manchester United. It's a gentleman's agreement. It's all in word. But we know how slimy Daniel Levy is. He is an awful, I guess, director of this football club. I've not been a big fan of him at all. But Spurs' 28-year-old striker Harry Kane has not turned up today, and it is speculation around the future of his, and there is speculation around the future of his club, around his future at the club, should I say, sorry, get my words muddled up there. So City obviously bid £100 million for him, but Kane is valued at Spurs, another 3 years left on his deal, at around about 120 million. So you're looking at 40 million a year next year, probably bidding 80 million for him. At the age of 29, though, sounds like a bit of a suspicious little deal. You don't want to really be buying someone who's 28 generally, for anything more than maybe 60 million, 70 million pound. For 120 million, that's a lot. I mean, a lot of money. But he's a man on top of his game. He obviously had the Golden Boot last year. He won the assist. He got the most amount of assists last year. And it's a shame to see him fall out with Spurs like this. It's probably none of his doing, but it's a strange way for him to have been. How would you say it? A strange way for him to put it out there in the public that he wants to leave in this type of way. Obviously, he did a very good interview with Gary Neville on the Overlap, if you've ever seen that, and he speaks very highly of Tottenham. He speaks very highly of his teammates at England, speaks obviously of trying to win some things, but this year he's not going to be able to challenge for any major type of, I guess, major trophies, you could say. They're not in the Champions League, not in the Europa League, they're in the Europa Conference League. FA Cup, probably something that it's something you remember, but not anything of significance. He wants to probably win the Premier League. You're looking at 3 clubs at the moment, maybe a 4th, but now Liverpool are trying bid for them. So you're looking at Chelsea, who could afford him. You're looking at Manchester United, who could afford him. And you're looking at Manchester City, who could afford him. Now, Manchester City went all out, £100 million on Harry Kane. And obviously, it's a weird one. He has not been accepted that, although there was apparently an agreement, a gentleman's agreement, to get that done. Spurs are now trying to obviously add quality to the side. They're thinking of signing Christian Romero. They've signed another player as well, Brian Gill from Sevilla. They've signed him as well. But yeah, transfer expert, it says here, Fabrizio Romano believes this week will be key in seeing whether or not Kane stays, really. I can see him staying for another year, not winning anything, and then Tottenham letting him go for even less money. This is the problem. He'll have 2 years left on his contract then, because he signed a 6-year deal in 2018. So he's been 4 years in, and I reckon City going for Grealish. They're obviously thinking of trying to improve themselves in the attacking positions, but Manchester City needed a striker. 100 million is a lot of money. A lot of money, especially during COVID times, to dish out on a striker who's known for his ankles being pretty weak, injury prone. If I was Tottenham, I'd have taken that 100 million, asked for £90 million up front, and then just let them have that extra. Maybe you can probably push it to 110 then if you have add-ons. So say for an example, if they win the Premier League, Manchester City, they have to pay a certain fee, stuff like that, small clauses, but they can, because they're only paying 90 million up front rather than the 100 million, they can sort of ask for more over a few years and make realistic targets and stuff, if they obviously make them. But Tottenham to reject that, the 100 million that you could easily find another striker for 100 million easily, not of Kane's standards, but then you can really go through the squad. You need a new goalkeeper. They've signed in Galini, I believe it is, from Atalanta on loan, but for a buy deal. They've brought in Christian Romero, who's a good player, but you need someone else to partner him in that centre-back role. The left-back position with Reguilon's fine, but the right-back position, does Doherty start? Do you want to sign another proper midfielder, maybe to partner Højbjerg, or if you use Ndombele, do you use him? Do you get a new right winger in Mora? You could try and potentially replace Mora. There's so many places that could be strengthened with £100 million. But instead, Tottenham have rejected it, and it's a tricky one. It's a very tricky one, as £34 million has been spent to try and sign Romero from there, but it's a shame. It's a real shame about Harry Kane. You think he'd want to go. United are in for a big signing next year as a striker, whether it be Haaland or Kane. But Kane going for 80 million next year, because if you look at it, 120 million price this year with 3 years left on his contract, you're looking at, as time falls, if his form is still the same, which it will be, I assume, if time still goes by the way it does and he still keeps it the quality that he is, you're looking at him reducing his amount by 40 million each year if they price him at 120 million at this point in time. So yeah, a sad one to see Kane not leave. I think he deserves better than Tottenham, and yeah, it's just an interesting one to think about. I'd love to know down below in the comments whether or not you think Tottenham will let him go this year, will let him go next year, or will actually try and keep him at the club until his contract runs out and just run out. In essence, just run a player out of his contract, because they're not going to make any money back on him if they don't sell him at this point in time. So it's a strange one. But nonetheless, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I shall catch you in the next episode of Hey News, which will hopefully come soon, because Jack Grealish on the cards for City, it looks like it could be a done deal soon. So yeah, I hope you're all well. Thank you again for 100 subscribers. We're at 101 now, which is fantastic. It's growing by 1 each day, as I said. 1 million days until we do indeed hit that 1 millionth subscriber. But yeah, thank you for watching. I shall catch you in the next episode. From me, Alex. Ciao.